We're live already. Holy smokes. I thought I'd do another quick pop up for you guys just to see who's watching. I can do a live stream to Facebook, but a private, I guess, a private Facebook, but that's only, I guess, if somebody's watching your private channel. I can also do a live stream to a Facebook group, but I don't belong to any. Well, I do belong to a couple of groups. Those they're diesel heater groups. Like, I guess it should be diesel heater related, but so that's not good. So anyway, I got a hold of my sister there, see what kind of group she's a Facebook person. So I thought maybe she'd uh, link me up with some sort of Facebook groups that I can join, and then I can stream to that while I'm using EV um, so that I can stream to YouTube and Facebook. Try both, see what happens. I can't comment to Facebook. People can comment to me, but I can't comment back. So that's another reason. Yeah, that was the other reason why I'd like to have the box, the chat box on the as part of the screen, so that when I do chat back, they can at least read it, and I can at least be in contact with them that way. So my latest video is on the there we go, Stream Elements already. Look at that, and we're 2 minutes. Look at that, very good. My latest video on the Riviera Maya pre-Hispanic dance. Beautiful, beautiful. I watched the dance. Cool. Yes, cataract surgery. They only do one eye at a time. Blurry while healing. Get other one next month. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, you get cataract surgery as in both eyes, but not at the same time. Otherwise, you can't see. You have to let the other one heal. I think it's 6 weeks or something, and then they do the other eye. They asked to do it for me, but yeah, my cataracts are getting pretty bad. But it doesn't stop you from wearing glasses, though. Like, you still have to wear glasses. So what's the use? I'm wearing glasses now, and I don't want to be taking glasses off and on, off and on, off and on all the time. So let me just see here. What about Facebook groups? There are all kinds of groups. Oh yes, I do belong to other ones, like uh, things that you could sell things on. But I thought there's got to be some Facebook group. I don't do Facebook at all. I just post videos there just because when you do post a video to YouTube, at the very end, it a window pops up and says, "What other media would you like to post your video to?" And it's just a matter of a click. You don't have to go to Facebook, or I think the other one's Twitter. You don't have to go to Twitter and fill everything out and do everything there and send your video in. Okay, she says she doesn't know. Okay, Facebook group. Uh, Okay, so much for that. Looks like Stream Elements is working. What was I talking about? The Maya Riviera uh, Hispanic dance, pre-Hispanic, before the Spaniards came and took over. Um, it's like these people are such, like, I always thought the Americans were pretty patriotic compared to Canadians. On July the 1st, Canada Day, we have like one firework, poof, and it's over. Whereas the Americans, they start on July 4th, they start celebrating days before. Pretty patriotic. But I'll tell you, the Mexicans who got everybody beat, they are really patriotic here. It's amazing. Well, not necessarily, well, it's the Mayan group that I was watching there, anyways. They are such a proud and patriotic people that it's simply amazing. Like, we all know the Mayans were such, like, way ahead of their time as far as mathematics and uh, uh, like, to know all about the solar system and the all that kind of thing. They were way ahead of their time. 1,000 years ago, they knew that all the planets were going to line up. They knew about planets, and they knew that they were all going to line up in a straight line on the year 2000 and whenever that was, which just happened. I don't know how many years ago, and I forget the year that happened. Well, they knew this thousands of years ago, like more than 1,000 years ago, anyways. Uh, uh, how they even knew that there were other planets is simply amazing. And then to predict that, that's not why the Mayans left and everything was in ruins here. As a matter of fact, when the Spaniards came over, uh, the Mayans had already left. There was just a few, few groups here. They weren't here in mass as they were, before that time. And then when the Spanish came, they found nothing but jungle, and they walk into the jungle, and then they find these ruins. They were the ones that discovered the ruins there, like the temples. That, well, people call them pyramids, and then the Spanish called them castles. Well, they're not castles and they're not pyramids; they're temples. Um, all overgrown with jungle. If you leave the jungle go, it's like the parks here in the city, the city parks. There are some, yes, that have nice grass and a little bit of open area where the kids can play and basketball and tennis, maybe. But most of the parks that I take my drone to fly in are just nothing but jungle with a little pathway going through. Um, Going through this park. There's trees growing right in the center of the pathway. They don't even cut the trees down. They just leave the jungle there. And then this big park just about 4 blocks away from me is a huge acres of park where they have wild animals in there and what have you. Those coti, little Mexican raccoons. They have long tails, a long snout, but they look like a raccoon. Otherwise, they have a mask on, and they're just running free in there. I don't think they bite you. I had like 20 or 30 of these things all around me. They don't let you touch them though. In some countries, yeah, they're all over you. They're the ones that are touching you, looking for food. But here, they don't get that close. You're not supposed to feed the animals in there. I haven't, but I imagine some people do. They're grubs and fruits and vegetation of some sort they eat. I don't think that they're, well, grubs, that as far as meat eaters that way. And they have possum. There was a possum right in my backyard here one day, making a heck of a racket. I guess he couldn't figure his way out. That's why he was making all the noise. Um, I guess he finally found his way out. I haven't heard him since. And this park is huge. Now there's quite a wide pathway, 20 feet wide pathways through the thing to go to different areas, like the Mayan solar or solar Maya. There's a turtle park area there. Um, you have to follow the pathways. You can't walk into the jungle. It's too thick. You can't even see in there. Like when you try to look to see through the jungle, you can maybe see 20, 30 feet, and that's it. It's just so thick you can't walk through there. And these little koti, they come out of the forest and all over, and they're walking on the pathways all around you looking for food. And I did take my camera there. I took a video of them. I took my drone in there, the Avata. You can't fly the Mini 3 in there. It's the Mini 3 can't have, like, there's no prop guards. It's so I like to be higher up with the Mini 3, above tree line and what have you. With the Avata, I like it below tree line, like 4 or 5 feet high. I love flying when it's like that. Ding, how you doing, Ding? I came to watch a couple of your live streams. Um, I popped in. Unfortunately, I don't know the language. You did. There was someone in there that was English, and you said hi to them and spoke in English. But most of the people that are obviously in there are Filipino, and so I didn't understand what you were talking about. But I like the way you got your setup there with the laughing and the clapping and promote your channel type thing. It's very cool. So I did come over and visit, and just to let you know that yes, I am a subscriber. So we're all in there. And hey, Ronnie Braun is in the house. How are you guys doing, anyways? I think I don't know if I programmed you in here. Ding. Let me just check that out. Put you in my. Whoops. I guess I have to be in typing mode. I put you in the stream elements. So when I type your name in, did I spell it correctly? Okay, where did it go? It like disappeared. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes, you are programmed in. And Ronnie Braun says you're going to get some snow tonight. I thought snow was just about all over already. Although JDS Flying Canuck, a Canadian friend of mine, they have still like lots of snow, not snowing, but lots of snow on the ground still, like streetlight height. Not all over. That's where they pile it up. You know, to clean off the parking lot. They pile it in piles, and it's pretty high. So, but that's all that is, just frozen water. But if it's going to snow some more, like wow, I thought even some people have plants starting to grow. Uh, in Vancouver, probably orchids are already up and growing. I know spring comes really early in Vancouver compared to the rest of the, and especially April. April, yeah, you can. It's March, end of March, beginning of April. It's already pretty good. Thank you, Ding, for supporting the host. I come in and I didn't comment to let you know I was there, but at least I showed my support on your live there too. Kind of the least I could do. So more snow. This is not good. And here it was a hot one today. Like, I'm thinking more than 30. Yeah, my last video I did of the Riviera Maya uh, dance thing there when at Eshkaret. Eshkaret is a it has ruins there, but it's a park that is built for tourists. They added things for tourists to come there. There's over 50 different events happening at Eshkaret, and that Mayan dance was one. That happened at 5 o'clock, I think, is when that started, and that was for half an hour, like 25 minutes. So I recorded the whole thing and put the whole thing on YouTube. I figured it had to be shown. What a proud people those Mayans are, let me tell you. And then I went to the night day, Mike. Well, hello. My van is parked for the winter. It is I'm in Cancun, Mexico, and my van is parked at my friend's place in Medicine Hat there. I took everything out of it that could possibly freeze that I could think of. I didn't take the batteries, the house batteries out. I should have taken them out also. But it's okay. They're lead acid batteries. They're not lithium batteries or anything. But I took my food out and anything that I think would like that the cold and the freezing would bother it. I took that out and packed it inside. So when I go back on May the 5th, back to Alberta, it's going to be sad to go back. This was such a nice, wonderful winter. It's unbelievable, not just because of the heat, but someplace different. But it's going to be sad to go back, and at least it'll be hopefully summer, the beginning of spring. Anyway, in May last year, when I went back in April, still in May, it was still pretty cold. It actually snowed, I think, in May yet. So it gets still pretty cold in May, and June and July is around the corner, which is midsummer, and it was still cold. So there go the dogs. I don't know if you can hear them or not, but my goodness. Something or someone sets the dogs off, and then that's it. It's all up and down the street here. They're all barking. Make it back to Vancouver. That's a good question. I don't go in the summer to Vancouver. Uh, I don't know why, but if I'm going to spend the winter there, I figured, I'll spend the summer back in my kind of home province, home city area. I still go out traveling around, but I go back to Alberta, Saskatchewan, in there. I'd love to go across Canada again. That would be nice. And you just take 2 or 3 months, and you can do the whole thing. It's easy. It's nice. But going back to Vancouver, that all depends on next fall whether I have to rent an apartment in Alberta. If I stay in Alberta, I have to rent an apartment because I can't. You can't live on the prairies in the wintertime in your van. Although I know some people that do, but that's just even though I do have a nice diesel heater, but it's not quite the same, But anyway, in Vancouver though, in the winter, it's like it's rarely gets below zero, and I never ever wear a winter type jacket or coat in the winter in Vancouver. I was just wearing a spring jacket all winter long. The people's lawns are green all year round. Yes, it does snow, but it's usually gone either the next day or the day, like two days it might stay, 3 days at the most. This winter and last winter were pretty quite different. Last winter was the winter before this one was in November. It was like minus 19. I remember minus 19 degrees and snow, lots of snow in November. And this year, I don't know, because I wasn't there, I'm here this winter. Um, I don't know how although I've heard of it was like bad winter all across, not North America, not let it alone Canada in the U.S. too. They are cracking down on van dwellers here now. Shut down Spanish banks for good for van dwellers. Like 50 people were staying there long term. Well, I kind of knew that from last year already. They stopped us, well, the year before that, they stopped you from staying down at Spanish banks. Um, then they said we could stay at the far end where the dog run is, way down at the far end there. And now I see even that's gone. While Vancouver itself, Vancouver City, last year was I hardly ever stayed in Vancouver City. I was always in Burnaby, and Burnaby might be even cracking down on places to stay for the night. I never stayed one night in Vancouver City last year. Although I went to Vancouver City and drove around to the park, stayed in the daytime there. Yeah, big time in Vancouver. Yeah, I know. North Van, I stayed at North Van a couple of nights. But there again, even there, um, well, thank you, Ding. Sitting by, lurking and listening. Thank you. I don't know how to say thank you in Filipino, but gracias, muchas gracias in Spanish. North Van, West Van. No, I didn't stay in West Van. I traveled in West Van. You know, going to a few parks and things. Never stayed overnight there, but North Van, yes, stayed overnight there. Um, Close to it, there's a Walmart. I used to sleep in the parking lot across the way from Walmart. And when you get if they would come and knock on your door like at the latest of 10 o'clock or something, 11 o'clock at night, and say you can't stay here overnight, but no, they got to wait till 3 in the morning, no matter where you are. I stayed at Trout Lake a couple of times on the street, not even in the parking lot, but on the street. And then they come knocking at, well, I did where when this happened, I was in the parking lot when you could stay there. But you wake up in the morning, like you said, and there's 10 vans sitting in the parking lot when they would like to have their patrons park there during the day and not van dwellers that just sit there. But anyways, they wake you up at 3 in the morning and then they tell you got to move. Well, you're groggy, you're half asleep. So that one little guy that knocked on my door, I said, do you have a gun? Are you wearing a gun? And he says, no. And I said, well, you should. You wake up people at 3 in the morning. Sometimes they're not quite aware of what they're doing. If they had a gun, they'd shoot you. So I said, you have a very scary job. I see I guess you could call him my landlord, just got home. 8:30. Probably just got off work now. Works in he's the manager of a dentist office, one of 11 that Andy has. That's another long story of why and where I'm at and what I'm doing here and why. I got to make a video of that. He keeps telling me I should do that, and I said, yeah, I know. I should explain why I'm a Canadian here in Cancun and why I am where I am and how I got to be here and what have you. But anyways, Dane Mike, are you you're I don't remember. Are you a van dweller in Vancouver at all, or where do you live? Vancouver, Burnaby, Surrey, Delta. Are you in that area, or it sounds like you're from Vancouver, anyways? But yeah, it's too bad they're cracking down that bad. I remember when not maybe it wasn't even last year, the year before yet. Slocan, they were parked there for. I remember one guy there for 4 years, parked in one spot, never moved. Some of those vans never had engines in them, broken down, sitting there, but people lived in them. And finally, Vancouver just said, okay, you've got to move. We're giving you to a certain date, and you have to move, or we're towing you away. And then some people said, well, you can't tow a vehicle when there's somebody in it. So they wouldn't even come out of their vehicle. They'd stay in the vehicle. If you wanted to talk to them, they were inside. You had to talk to them through the door. So they couldn't pick you up and tow you away. But I don't know what happened there, but they're all gone. That area is no longer in existence. So yeah, they're really buckling down. And I suppose, like Burnaby, I was staying at Market Crossing um, on the street. I never stayed in the parking lot there. I stayed out on the street. And then there was way down Willingdon Avenue on the other end of Burnaby, down at a indoor swimming pool on the street. Had beautiful shower. Cost you $1 to go in and have a nice hot shower. Um, Great for Wi-Fi there. Now at Market Crossing, I'd stay out on the street where you'd get 16 channels of TV, but you wouldn't get Wi-Fi unless you went in the parking lot. So at night, I'd stay out in the street and watch TV, and then in the daytime, I'd go into the parking lot and get Wi-Fi. And if I'm not doing anything, I would just sit there all day long. And you're only allowed to be in the parking lot for 3 hours. And my van sticks out like a sore thumb. So if I just moved in the parking lot from one spot to another, they didn't that's frowned upon. You can't just move to somewhere else. You have to go away. So if I go to Vancouver next winter, hmm, I'll have to I'll have to become friends with some van dwellers again. I had quite a few friends that are van dwellers. Some of them quit van life altogether. They live in houses, and some that I knew they're probably still van dwellers, but they're not. I haven't been in contact with them for such a long time. I don't know where they are, so I don't know. Uh, as long as you're out in the woods, you're okay. My van is not necessarily built for out in the wilderness. It's my van was not built by me. It was built by a company that way, Great West. But it's meant to take like 2 weeks of your year on a holiday and go camping for 2 weeks and then park for the rest of the year, more or less. It's not meant to live in uh, all the time. So I've been doing that for 5 years now, and I still actually really enjoy it. But it's getting harder and harder. Now, if you had not necessarily a car, but if you could rig an SUV somehow where it's way more stealthy, You could park just on streets, whereas that might be the way to go, just being parked on the street somewhere. Whereas my van, it sticks out like a sore thumb. There is no such thing as stealth with my van. And if you park on a street somewhere, well, people would complain. Like uh, parking one night be not so bad as long as you get up and move, you're gone, not just sit there. So I don't know. Next year is going to be a toss up. I'd like to go to another warm place for the winter, like Mexico again, somewhere else. Or I have relatives in Turkey, and Turkey is the same way as here. It's nice and warm. Cost of living is really cheap, so they could at least not to stay at their place, but they would know where I could uh, rent for 6 months at least. But I don't know. I don't know. It's the time is going to go so fast that I don't know what's going to happen next year. I'm going to be living in my van in the summer. I know that much when it's warm. But like I said, if I lived in somewhere where it was warm in Canada, I could, I could. There is no place warm in Canada at all. Doesn't matter where you go. Um, Somebody was asking me how come I didn't bring my van down here. There are no vans like that here in this city. There's just I seen one van like mine, not a high top, but it's a built to live in type van, but nobody lives in it. It's just parked. And that van was in one of my short video about I've got 3 or 4 vans here that I'd like to buy and live in. Which one do you think I should pick? And it was just kind of a joke thing. So, but that the one of them that the first one that was on there was one of those like mine. It has a fridge, a stove, and sink, and you could live in it. But it wasn't a high top like mine. Mine's a high top, ugly looking thing, but serves its purpose. Gasoline price goes up, my rent goes up. I mean, and being unemployed and just living off what the government gives you, I couldn't survive uh, living in an apartment plus owning a vehicle like that. Just to drive around the city with that van, you need a little car. Way different circumstances than 5 years ago. My goodness, way different. Oh, day, Mike. Did I punch your name in there to see if whose name did I put up? I put up Ting's. Let me just see here. Programmed into the system into stream elements, it should work. If it doesn't pop up, then I don't have you programmed in, and it should only take a few seconds. So I can see you are not in there. I don't even know whether you have content or not. So let me write this down. Day Mike, got to add you to the stream elements. I don't even know if I have you in my book. See if I can find your name. I always like to write everybody's name down, their channel name, and then their name, because I like to. No, I don't. I don't even have you in here, so I don't even know your first name. Cardoso Media. Nope, I don't have you in here, Mr. Mike. I will have to investigate that. I have to look you up. Go to your channel. You popped into my live streams here. It must be some reason you know me. I think you should be able to pop into my live and watch, but I don't think you can comment unless you subscribe and you're a subscriber for a minimum of 5 minutes. So if you come in, you subscribe, you hang around for 5 minutes, then you can come in and comment, say whatever you like, and then you can go, when you go back out, then you can unsubscribe. But you have to be a subscriber in order to comment. I think I have that set up like that. That's a 5 minute. I think there's a lot of people that just come in just to listen. They don't comment at all. They don't want to, or they can't because they're not subscribed, and they just come in and watch. But I think I have it set up for a 5 minute subscriber, and then they can subscribe. So I am going to have to look up your channel there and find out where. Let's go to YouTube side now that I'm here on this dashboard, and we'll type in, I don't know if it's all one word or 2 words. Dave Mike. Let's say it's 2 words. I do not, bed bugs, oh yuck. I do not even see your name in here anywhere, Dave Mike. And your logo, just that the purple, is it purple? No, the brownish with a D, brown colored thing with a D there. I don't even see that. So I can't find you, Mr. Day Mike. And unfortunately you can't comment because only moderators can comment, or can not comment, can post a link. And some moderators that I have, I don't know how they can do it. They find people. Now, I don't know if that's the way it is anymore, but they used to be able to go to YouTube, click on the name beside it. That would open up a link to their channel. So let me just see here. I'll go to the YouTube side. There's Day Mike right there. Now I can, oh yeah, go to channel. They must have put that back in there. And then, okay, at Day Mike 4738. Okay, I gotcha. And it says you don't have any videos posted, which is fine. I mean, that's, some people don't have any videos posted at all. And let's go. This is the home page. Okay, it said subscriptions. Oh, these are people that you're subscribed to. Oh, what do you know? I'm not even on your list. I don't even know how many subscribers you have. I don't see anything about, so you have no subscribers at all? Day Mike. Your about page is blank. Your channel page. Oh, there you go. Some other channels. Oh, this is Oh, okay. These are people that you are subscribed to. I would take it. Well, let's just see. Oh, you're subscribed to quite a few. Uh, Torrin. Torn by the Ocean. Did he change his name to Torn by the Ocean? Torin. I know him pretty well. Torrin by the Ocean. What do you know? Scrolling down a little farther all the time. Joe, boy, you're there. I are. Yes, you are subscribed to me. So are you looking for subscribers? I'm not subscribed to you. So I mean, if you want me to subscribe, I surely can. It's totally free. It's no big deal. Now, what is this here? Okay, this is amount of people come in. They're all gone. Everybody's gone. Okay. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Now, that's part of YouTube saying that. That's quite all right. And StreamYard, and here's StreamYard also. Here's another one. Okay, we are back here again. Mr. Ronnie Braun was in the house earlier. Sometimes he lurks. All depends on, I guess, what he's doing. He says there's going to be more snow. Oh, I forgot to go look, Ronnie, about the snow. You said you videoed the snow again. Let's see here. We'll go to subscribers, people that I am subscribed to. I'm subscribed to a whole bunch, almost more than people that are subscribed to me. And we'll go way down to the R's. Here we go. Ron Daryl Adventures. Ron Sees America. Ronnie Braun. Here we go, Mr. Ronnie Braun. 725 videos you have. You have more videos than I have, for crying in the sink. Holy wow. And then we'll go look at 2 days ago. How can I? Yes, I saw the one with the YouTube with the 360 camera, but this one here. Oh, you put YouTube on this one too in the snow. But I haven't watched this one. But I am subscribed. Okay. Oh, it is a 360 one also. So let's look down. Let's look all around. Let's look up. Let's look down. Let's look all around. Oh, that's the YouTube that you probably, and then it snowed on top of that again. All right, there's your unit. You're right under the power line. Somehow you should be able to get free power. Look up Tesla and how you get free power. You're right under the power lines. You should be able to pick up power for free. It's in the air. You got to figure out how to get it. Yeah, you got a big unit. Holy smokes. My goodness. Kind of even wish I had one like that myself. More room. Mine is, I don't have no walking space. But, oh, and I can hear the crows. Yeah, yeah. Quite the park, though. Anyway, let's give her the old thumbs up. And you have one comment, Teresa Upchurch. Teresa Upchurch. I'll comment. Oops, I need a space between there. There go the dogs again. There, I made a comment. So we are in there, Mr. Ronnie Braun. You have more videos on there than you have more videos uploaded than I do. Or was that uh, YouTubers? You have seven. How many do you have? Current viewers, 0. So everybody left me. There must be some more important stuff going on the internet somewhere. Now, there's not much you can do on YouTube that has people interests. So I don't know what I don't know what people are looking for to keep them entertained. You can play games. I don't like gaming per se. Uh, YouTube channels like Fortnite, them kind of games. I don't mind. Uh, what do you call it? Word games or something other people can participate in. I mean, unless you have people that come up on the panel, that's a little different. So go and check out my latest video on um, the Riviera Maya pre Hispanic dance. This is before the Spaniards come in and took over, and the Spanish Inquisition had come in and take over. Ruthless people, unfortunately, and tried probably to enslave some of them. Now that was part of the play they had last night, the spectacular part of Eshkaret. Now that was the thing. The Mayas were there. They had their a good life, and then the Spanish came and wanted to kill them all, and then they converted them to Catholicism. Well, I don't know how to say that. Um, and then everybody in the whole crowd just cheered. Like I'm sure they thought that was a great thing. Now, are those all Spanish people, or what did the Mayans think about that? I don't know. Is it like the Aboriginal people from Canada? The white man comes in there and takes over their land and moves in, and we give them a little plot of land to live on, and then we take away their laws and things. Are they supposed to like that even to this day? I don't know. So it's very hard to say, and yet when I saw that on the play last night, it's like they all cheered that they finally got together and were friends. The Mayan and the Spanish. Like, although I'm not Mayan and I'm not Spanish, so I don't know. But very patriotic people, let me tell you. Certain songs that they played came on, everybody in the whole crowd singing away. Like, holy. This one girl that's sitting beside me, she was just about jumping out of her chair, singing along with the Spanish song that was playing. Whatever, I don't know the song, so it wasn't popular to me. But anyways, 50 minutes. 50 minutes have gone by, and I think we will end it at the hour here. Looks like Thursday night's not one of your popular nights to come on. Um, Looks like I don't even have a lurker in the house, hanging tight in the background. And I'm on StreamYard too, which is, I'm not, like I can have unlimited hours in one day. Not unlimited, 20 hours, 20 hours a month. So I think as long as there's nobody in the house, it's a good time to end the stream and just go back to checking out to see uh, who is on YouTube and what they're doing and what's a going on. Enjoyed my coffee for the day, for the night, and so far I've had two or three geckos in the house. They they can easily get in, and they don't want to go back out. So okay, let's end this on a note. Not necessarily a good note, but let's end this on a note. We'll catch you guys all on the next. And today is Thursday. I got to go to Playa del Carmen tomorrow to pick up some jewelry, and then after that is going to be the Sunday live. So tomorrow we're on our way to Playa del Carmen because I got to pick up the jewelry. Okay, catch you all on the next one. Have a good night, great week, great weekend.